All right, Sam, let's talk about another block of training, which I get really excited about, okay? And I just call it near far drill.
Right.
Because you know, and you've mentioned before, the debates on point shooting, index shooting.
Oh, of course.
And sighted fire and such, and there's a lot behind that, you know. And here's my take on it, all right?
Right.
Is it's a blended, and it's also contextual. It's very much blended in the sense of what's the minute of angle as far as distance and size of target.
Right.
And the contextual side of it is we do some simulations and such in simulators. I've never been in a live shooting, but I know it's very different in a simulator when someone's shooting at you.
Right.
And when they're shooting at someone else, but they're clearly bad, and you have more time. I mean, I felt it. I experienced that before, where it was such that, you know, as a clearly bad guy, you're essentially ambushing him.
Right.
And I found, I went right to sights trigger control and sent it.
Right.
You know, versus another one, same size, but the context was different, same size and distance.
Right.
But they're coming at you, then it's more.
Yeah, it's reflexive point shooting.
Reflexive point shooting. So here's a question. It's like, how do we master both skills, and even moreover, when to use each skill?
Right.
And what I'm throwing on the table, and I like to throw everything on the table for debate, review, discussion, but let's just use basic sports science theory, motor neuron learning theory, and get repetitions in.
Right.
Repetitions with a lot of varying distance.
Right.
Okay? So here's what we'll do today. And another thing I want to massage in here is low barrier to entry training. Meaning, I don't want to have a lot of setup. I mean, right now, what do we do to set up this drill we're going to do?
I don't know, looked at some boxes.
Yeah, we scoped out some boxes.
Scoped out some stuff in the room.
Exactly. We shifted it because I want to do an exterior ballistic wall just for a extra layer of safety.
Of course.
You know, didn't want to, you know, shoot over our good team members here. So here's what we'll do, buddy. We'll draw, and we'll reposition a little bit, okay? And we'll shoot this target, and I'll just use this as a pointer right now, but here's a nice close target, and we'll shoot this inner trapezoid region right here, this standard, you know, 12-gallon box.
Right.
And then you picked out a nice target on these boxes up here. Boom, 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 boom. A bit further. Okay. Kind of large. Maybe we could shoot the left half and right half.
There you go.
You know, but it's combat accuracy. Its acceptable accuracy zone is reasonable. All right.
Of course.
So we're probably going to do more index shooting and a little bit more sighted fire. All right. So the irony here, I spent 2 or 3 minutes explaining it, where it takes about 2 seconds to execute it.
Exactly.
But let's go ahead and hit it. So let's just do this. I'll throw one thing in the mix here, buddy. Let's do, say, 3 shots up close and 1 shot far. And I'll explain that. And I'll tell you what, let's make it more interesting. On that far shot, it probably won't show up on camera, but there's a piece of tape on that box.
Yeah, I see that.
Why don't we hit that piece of tape?
The top one or the bottom one?
Let's do, I'll go top, you go bottom.
Okay, we'll do that.
All right?
Okay. Sounds good.
Okay. And we'll go on second. 1, 2, 3, so go.
Okay.
Go ahead. Yeah. Okay. Is that top or you bottom?
I was top. I hit top. I was aiming bottom, but I hit top. So.
Okay. So here's the thought on that. We can do a few more drills of that, but what you notice on that is we come up close, it's just like send them fearlessly, you know? And here's the thing. Oh, I haven't given you this yet. Your permission to fail card, Sam. Do you want your permission to fail card?
What's that?
Here you go.
All right.
All right, man. Permission to fail. You know,
Right.
A lot of training is looked at as testing, Sam, versus training.
Right.
Meaning, like, even if you do some simunitions or whatever, you get 2 or 3 reps, that's exposure.
Right.
And the way you get critiqued and looked at, it's almost a test. Yeah, testing's great, we need it.
Right.
But we need training, repetitions. We need to know how far and hard we can go.
Exactly.
How do you know if you go too fast? You got to go too fast.
Right.
See?
You got to go too fast, you got to fail.
Yeah, exactly. You got to have that permission to fail card. Yeah. We really, really do. So, all right, here, buddy, let's do a few more reps. Let's start facing here, and then we'll go on your movement.
Okay.
What do you think? Nice, good shot. Now that one I saw diagnostically, you're a little bit to the left.
Okay.
I mean, did you see your shot there?
I saw it.
You're in place. Yeah. Now, this is what I'll talk about. Next learning point.
Okay.
Is how to refine our sights and trigger control. Right. One caveat with any kind of feedback, laser, bullet, what have you, is following your shots.
Right.
So what we want to do is have 1 shot on that far target. See what I mean? Because if it's 1 shot, then we have to have, you know, our sights on, and because that's the point of the drill. We're working sights and trigger control.
Right.
If you allow multiple shots, there's a seduction to walk in the shots.
Yeah, walk them in.
Yep.
You
Yep.
need that first round.
First round right on there. So for your drill purposes, we just have one shot far. And close up, I like to hammer, you know, because I'm by definition looking at the target anyways.
Right.
So it's okay, and it really works to hammer down on, you know, that close target, then transition to the far, get the sight, see what you need to,
Right.
send it.
Send it.
Yeah.
Right.